And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. It's Young off play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Fields. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, McCaffrey, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and this time he is in. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 14-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Davante Adams 62 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This take it in at the goal line. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Here's Fields. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. It's Tracy Porter with a pick. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Young's throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young. The left side throw complete to Adams. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They go play action. Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Steve Young. He'll look downfield for Waller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Out of the gun, Fields. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Fields on third and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Justin Jefferson. As the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
From the gun, Steve Young. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Working with a 2nd and 4. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Christian McCaffrey from 19 yards away. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The 2nd down throw for Steve Young, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here is Young. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Young looks to throw on 1st down. Quick slam into the hands of Darren Waller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Young will set to throw. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. throwing now. Touchdown, Washington. Alan Lazard, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch. Back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw, Fields. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Succop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. It'll be Young again. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Throwing, Young. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd and goal. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Young. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Christian Okoye from 3 yards out. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side McCaffrey.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1 second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Christian McCaffrey, 66 yards. And the Eagles have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get 1 more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The higher scoring games.
I don't think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.